Yeah, 10 kilos.
Okay, so we're here today with Marcus, famous Marcus from Bondi Beach, and we're gonna do a tutorial on how to climb a rope. So we realized that there isn't really much out there. It's a really popular thing. It's one of the best exercises you could ever do. So warming up, you always want to warm up before you rope climb. So before you start, do a couple of pull-ups, a couple of arm circles. You want to do stretches like this for your tendons, so both ways. Do a bit of these. Do a whole range of stretches. Make sure you're properly warmed up before you start rope climbing. What to wear when you're rope climbing. So this is a big one. With guys, always wear a pair of skins or compression wear under your shorts to avoid the rope burn. Shorts on top. You can also wear denim. It's controversial. I call it leg prisons, but definitely shields you from the rope burn. And so at first I always used to think to myself, okay, well if you're tearing through your shorts, you're tearing through your denim, then you're using too much legs because we're doing legless rope climbs here. But I've realized over time that if you're doing lots of volume, so you're doing 20 climbs a session, a couple times a week, it's not even the use of your legs, it's just the friction. So protect yourself. Rope burn is incredibly painful, and when the hot shower hits your legs, you will regret it. So always good coverage. Don't wear short shorts. You want to wear at least knee-length shorts. If you're a guy, if you're a girl and you have compression wear that underneath. Marcus, what have you got in your hands there?
This is a bit of climbing chalk.
Oh.
Very good if you've got a very thick coarse rope. If it's like a sisal or manila rope, chalk is the best thing for that.
Okay.
If you've got a soft rope like a cotton rope, I prefer to use just water to damp my hands. Another good trick is wash your hands well with soap before you climb. It washes off any natural oils or anything you might have on the palms of your hand, and it makes your hands very grippy. So wash your hands, then chalk if it's a thick coarse rope, or water if it's a soft cotton rope.
Okay. And so Marcus, tell us a little bit about your history with the rope. How did you start rope climbing?
Oh, okay. Look, I started rope climbing more than 20 years ago at the cliffs at Bondi Beach, and it was thanks to a whole bunch of crazy Russians, Dmitry and his gang. Hello, boy. Dmitry and his gang. Hey, puppy. Puppy here. Dmitry and his gang of crazy Russians climbing on the cliffs. They used to do it in the special forces, and I just joined in with them, and they were very tough. It was extreme climbing. You just climbed till your arms exploded, basically.
That's awesome. And so rope climbing is literally a sport that used to be in the Olympics, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Up until about 1932, it was an official Olympic sport. It was highly contested. It was actually a track and field event. So it was very popular. Lots of competitors from Soviet Union, USA, Canada, England. And now it's very popular, of course, in all gyms across the world. MMA gyms, gymnastic gyms. It always has been for years. Hello, boy. Good puppy. Good puppy. And then and so it's great for grip strength. That's the beauty of rope climb. It forces every single ligament, muscle, tendon from your fingertips through your brachialis, forearm, bicep, tricep, deltoid, trap, lat, right down your back, your hip flexors, your legs, your thighs. So when you're using momentum,
coordination,
climb,
yeah,
all the way, and it forces everything to work in concert, in unison together.
And so would you say rope climbing is hard?
It's very hard. It's never easy. That's the amazing thing. Even after climbing for 20 years, the first set is always hard. You have to give everything. And even if you train at a gym or at outdoor bars, as soon as you get on the rope, it takes everything to another whole higher next level element.
So if you were considering doing a rope climb, what would you say is like a prerequisite? What should you be able to do if you want to start?
Okay, look, the best way to test yourself on a rope without going onto a rope is just get a towel and loop it over a pull-up bar and be able to do 10 pull-ups on a towel.
Okay.
Nice strong pull-ups on a towel. on a pull-up bar, and that'll give you some idea if your hands have the grip strength to handle the rope.
Yeah.
Or if you see a rope, just see if you can grab it, hold on strong, and just do some chin-ups. If you can
Some
do 10
pulls,
chin-ups on
yeah.
the rope, that's a good indicator you're ready for rope climbing.
To start climbing a rope, we're going to look at the first steps. So we're going to start with the grip. So you're gripping it, what would you say, chest height?
Chest height, dominant hand on top.
Yeah.
Powerful hand on top. And the idea is don't jump up to the rope.
Yeah.
Because it's not high jump. You have to start from a hanging position, because that way you're really truly rope climbing. It's you shouldn't be jumping up. And also that can place an unusual strain on your humerus, and I've seen many people break their humerus bone from not having the strength to rope climb and coming down and snapping their humerus.
Yeah.
Even right here on this rope. So we're very strict. The key is keep your elbows, hands close to your body when you're climbing, and just little grips.
Little grips.
Little grips. Stay close to your body.
So grab chest height, elbows close to body, and we're going for little grips.
Little grips. So grab, hang, little grips. Hands in front of your face.
And so would you say with the hands, are you grabbing them like neutrally, or are you twisting as you grab?
Look, it's up to the individual. Some people feel it's easier on their forearms if they curl around the rope.
Yeah.
Others just grab
hold
it
like
straight
that.
on.
I hold it like that, yeah. So you can try both, but as a beginner, I reckon just straight like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're just grabbing it straight ahead of you, and you're pulling little grips, elbows close and tight. So Marcus is going to demonstrate just a few pulls.
Okay. Little grips. Keep your hands close to your face and come down with control. Don't slide down. You'll rip all the skin off your hands.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. Avoid that. Just climb down with control.
Yeah.
Elbows close to your body. And that's a great eccentric workout too.
And so the other thing too is when we climb, we always keep our legs around the rope, no matter how strong you are. It's just a backup mechanism. We don't actually use our legs.
Safety.
So it's just for safety. So if anything happens, you just clamp.
Yep, clamp with your thighs, and that's a safety catch.
Yep. So another question about the rope is, can I expect to get a full climb on my first try?
Very few people do a full rep on their first climb unless they're already very good and strong on pull-ups or chin-ups.
So it's okay to come to a rope or just hang up a rope and just do a few grips?
Absolutely. It's fine. Just get good at the grips. Just go as far as you're comfortable and then climb down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I personally have found when I started climbing rope that if I couldn't do full ones, it's more beneficial to do several halves or several shorter ones than to just make an attempt and finish. So
absolutely. When you're starting rope climb, don't force yourself to go to failure, because that failure is very final on your training day. So always go to about 80-90% of your grip ability. That's when you're starting, okay, in the beginning. Once you're doing full reps and you want to push yourself, you can go to full fatigue. Okay, Mariah, so when you're climbing fast and you want speed, bring your hips and knees and legs into the rope climb for momentum as you climb up. Make sure they work in concert with the grips of your arms. So you start off, grip the rope, hold, and then bring your knees up.
And so that's a descent. You can see he's lowering himself, he's not falling down. Awesome.
Excellent. And you can see just with the momentum, that was exaggerated, but just to give you an idea how to use the momentum and really bring your hips and core into the rope climb to optimize your power and speed.
Yeah, and so when you're doing that, you can see you're really pulling your elbows all the way down. And that's something you'll see a lot of people as beginners, myself included, don't do that. So they kind of have a very short range, and as you get better and conscious of it, you start pulling all the way back like a row almost, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, that's a good point, Mariah. If you keep your elbows in front of you, you could only get so much range.
Yeah.
Whereas if you bring your elbows right down to your
see
lats,
all the way down how he's pulling
you get
there.
much higher range and grip from each one. But that takes practice. Hello. Hello, puppy. Hello, little.
Okay, so before you start climbing, you need to be able to do some rope pulls or towel pulls. So today, Marcus is going to show us how to set up the towel pull-up.
Good. Okay, Mariah, it's very important you don't just throw a towel over a pull-up bar. You need to get it ready. So get a towel, fold it in half vertically again, and then again if you can. And then you actually throw it over the pull-up bar and feed the two ends through.
Okay, and so this is for symmetry, isn't it?
Yes, and this is, otherwise you're hanging awkwardly and the towel pulls and it's asymmetrical and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So, and tighten it up, and you can also chalk up the top ends of the towel if you want.
Oh, brilliant. Love
and
that
grab
too.
nice and tight.
Yeah.
And just go nice and high and do a nice strong pull-up, and as many as you can. And even hold, like you're training for pull-ups. Like go up, hold at right angle, negative down. Really get to know the towel and be strong and really work your grip strength.
Yeah.
And because it's rope climb, you don't have to do full reps the whole time. You can start with full reps, and as you get weaker, you can change just to half and quarter reps.
Okay.
Because that's how your rope climb goes. You start off with big reps, and as you get tired, it comes down to smaller reps. So it's good to work every part of your muscle.
Of the movement, yeah.
So yeah, once again, you just roll the towel up, loop it over, feed the two ends through the middle, and just adjust it so it's nice and firm. And Mariah, then you're ready to go. Bang out hardcore rope reps on the towel in preparation. Yes.
So, first rope climb, what you can expect after your first rope climb. Most people will experience quite a bit of pain because it's a very unusual thing. You usually don't use all the muscles you use in your fingers and your forearms to climb a rope. So after my very first rope climb, which really surprised me, I was surprised that I managed to get all the way up to the top, I felt like I could do another one. I felt really great about it, but when I finally stopped, I felt a lot of pain in my fingers. Like you could really feel the pain in the fingers from gripping because you've got to really squeeze that rope, and you don't really use, unless you're a rock climber or you do something similar to that, you don't really use all these muscles, these little intricate muscles. So I felt a lot of pain in the fingers and also in the forearms. It's very strenuous on the forearms. And if you are someone who's using a very short range, you'll also feel it a lot in the biceps, and as you get better you'll use more of your back as you have a longer range of motion. So that's what to expect from it. So my recommendation is the first time you rope climb, even if you could potentially do 10 climbs in a row, don't go for that. Just do 1 or 2 climbs, slowly build it up to avoid injuries. And that's the same with rope climbing in general, with tendon pains and things like that. Pace yourself. So start off with small amounts and gradually build up, as opposed to just smashing out as many as possible in one go. Another thing is, do not get discouraged if you don't get a full climb the first time round. So a lot of very strong people have come to rope climb with us. It's a completely different thing to anything else, and that's one of the reasons I started climbing, because it really humbled me. So when I started climbing, I was able to do 15, 16 pull-ups. I thought it was really strong. I got there and I thought, wow, this is one of the hardest things I've ever tried in my life. I completely suck at it. And I always say, you always have 2 options. You can always say, oh well, I never wanted to do this anyway, and pretend and walk away, or you can say, I'm going to master this. So if you do try it and you don't even get halfway, you don't even get a third, stick to it. It's something that, like anything else, if you stick to it, you'll improve. And it's really difficult, but it is so rewarding, and it can replace your entire upper body workouts. So I used to train my upper body at the gym multiple times a week, shoulders, like split everything up, isolation and compound movements, and rope just does everything in one.